Renée Gaubert. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and registered yoga teacher. I'm focusing this sequence on anger. So getting in touch with anger and releasing it. In a book called The Artist's Way, the author talks about anger as a map, and I love that because often if we are in touch with our anger and we listen to it, it guides us to a boundary we need to set, a need that we deserve to have met that maybe isn't being met, a need to create safety. Maybe it's guiding us towards grief for something that we've lost, or grief or a feeling of helplessness or powerlessness. So if we follow that and we acknowledge and release that anger in the stillness and the space we've created, we might find clarity about a choice we can make to create safety, to better meet our needs, where we can grow. So I'm sitting in hero's pose with a block between my ankles. I'd invite you to do that. To start, I just want to start with one Om, and then we'll do a body scan. So inhaling, bringing the arms overhead. Exhale, hands through prayer to heart center. We'll start with one Om. I invite you to keep your eyes closed as you maybe open the palms, or you can flip the palms back down onto the top of the thighs. And we'll start with our root chakra. So wherever your seat is meeting the floor, as you breathe in, just paying attention to that area. So your sacrum, noticing if you're feeling rooted to the ground, noticing if you're feeling any tension or pain. Is that an area where you might be storing some anger? And on the next inhale, we bring the awareness up to the sacral chakra. This is often where we might feel some anger stored if we've had sexual abuse or sexual trauma. And on the next inhale, drawing the awareness up to the solar plexus chakra. Noticing if you might store anger there. Maybe when you're feeling angry, you feel a stomach ache, or even higher, maybe you feel a tightness in your chest. Feeling if you have anger in your heart. And on the next inhale, as the awareness drifts up higher, maybe into the throat chakra. Might we store anger there? Maybe something we have wanted to say to express our anger, but we don't feel safe to. Is there anger that you have swallowed down that we can now really get in touch with where it might be lodged, and we can release it? Drifting further up into the third eye, noticing if there are maybe thoughts that come with the anger, maybe a memory. And then even up higher into the crown. Oftentimes when I'm angry, I feel energy up here, like I can hear my heartbeat in my ears, and I feel like something is hanging over me. And just noticing, being aware of your body and your alignment and where you might feel some anger. And then setting an intention for that anger. So maybe it's just to acknowledge it, to let it move through you and out of you. And then in that space that's created when we release the anger, like we'll release our breath maybe we can invite some clarity. When we listen to the anger, what is it really telling us? So one of my favorite ways to release anger is lion's breath. So we'll first do it here, and then we'll do it standing a little bit later. So starting in hero's pose is a great way to start, with the palms on the tops of the thighs. You can spread your fingertips and really think of lengthening from root to crown. Long, tall spine, spreading the shoulders so we're not arching or collapsing. We're not collapsing or rounding, and we're not arching. The ribs hugged in on the exhale. It's a very active core here. And for lion's breath, as we exhale, we're going to force the air out through the mouth with a sound. We're really going to open the jaw. So if you put your fingertips here, you should be able to feel the TMJ movement when you open. That's how open we want our jaw to be on the lion's breath. We're going to send the tip of the tongue down to the ground and the gaze up to the third eye. So I like to open my eyes and send the gaze forward as we open our mouth and send the tongue downward. So you might feel very silly, and that's okay. It's okay to laugh. So we'll try. Inhaling. Exhale. Good. Might rock forward a little bit to really feel that lengthening, broad collarbone. Really inhale, filling up. So my eyes are open and I'm gazing slightly above and between the eyebrows. It's our lion's breath. It should build heat. It should feel good. Kind of sounds like a hiss or a warning. Again, really filling the lungs. Good. All right, so that is our lion's breath. I'm going to take the right knuckles and gently place them along the right side of the jaw. Tall spine, shoulders over hips. And we're going to look over the left shoulder. So we're gently guiding. We're not pushing or cranking with these knuckles, but just feeling the weight of them, guiding our gaze over the left shoulder. And an inhale, coming back through center and switching the left. Just gently guiding. A lot of times we store anger in the neck and shoulders and jaw. So this is helping to release that tension with our breath. And the twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, other side. Good. Coming back to center. From here, we're going to bring the left ear to left shoulder and gently just place your left hand above the ear. So again, not pulling or cranking, just using the weight of the hand to guide, to open up here along that right trap. So right shoulder goes towards the floor. Breathing in and switching. Inhale on the exhale, just gently opening up the side of the neck. Inhale, invitation to repeat that once more on each side. Inhale, switch. Exhale, release. Good. From here, we're going to come up to mountain pose. Really feeling the soles of the feet press into the mat or into the earth below you. Feet are hip width apart. Hips stacked underneath the shoulders. Opening, rolling our shoulders. Take a few shoulder rolls here. Really intentionally letting your shoulders slide down the back. Palms open. Gaze directly in front of you. Legs are active. Ribs are knitted together for active stillness. Good. From here, we're going to come into goddess pose. So turning the toes out and heels out, and then toes out one more time is usually a great place to start, so that the heels are slightly wider than underneath your hips, but bodies are different. When we bend our knees, we want our knees to track over the second toes. So you might need to widen your stance a little bit to make sure that our knees don't go past our ankles like this. We would like them to stay knee right over the heels and not rolling in, but really opening through the hips so that we're tracking our knees going out over those second toes. Shoulders stay over the hips, so not leaning forward or backward. And arms come to goalposts like this. So this is our goddess pose. So really connecting with letting your center of gravity be low. An active stance, so really using the seat muscles to open, press the knees back. And inhale, let it go. On an exhale, finding the goddess pose again, really spreading the fingertips, finding strength here. It's all right if this is as far as you go. We want to flat back as if you were sliding along a wall. Really breathing fully on the way in and the way out. Now I invite some movement. Really get some lubrication into the hip joints. Inhale to rise. Try that again. Good movement. So knowing that you can stay steady even with movement. Good. Now we're going to add our lion's breath with it. So as we exhale and come down into goddess pose, we're going to send the tongue down, gaze through the third eye. Here we go. Good. And shake it off. Good. Noticing how you're feeling in your body. We'll try that one more time. So finding your goddess pose. You can even cross your eyes looking at the tip of your nose. It's another variation of lion's breath. Good. Coming back into mountain pose. And then taking our time, we'll come back to the seated position. Noticing how you're feeling. Then you have the option of coming into Shavasana if that would be comfortable for you. Different variations. I'm going to do a Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclined butterfly pose for the Shavasana here. So to do that, I am going to use my blocks. Dog rolling onto my back. Soles of the feet together. And allowing my knees to open. So in this diamond shape. And you should be able to release everything without feeling your muscles tense or feel any pain. So however that looks for you. Stay few breaths to check back in. With your anger, noticing if it feels different than it did earlier. You feel some movement. Hopefully the lion's breath cleared some space. You're welcome to pause the video and stay here for as long as you like. And when you're ready, we're going to come back to seated position to close. Open my legs, putting over onto one side and pressing up. Do that body scan again, this time going top down to really invite in some clean, clear energy, starting through the crown, and then as we breathe, just noticing, making your way through all 7 chakras, through your root chakra, noticing what feels different from when you first started. Do you feel like you have more space in your body? Do you feel like you have clarity of mind or of heart? Where did your anger lead you today? What has your anger protected you from? What does it tell you you need? Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. We'll close with one Om, that sacred sound that unites all living things. As we bat our eyes open, gently rub the third eye. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Namaste.